Hey guys, Coach Ben here, bigbenchas.com, and today I'm going to give you a quick tip on how you can make your bench more efficient and load up more weight. So in today's video, I'm going to talk about the unracked portion of the bench press. And again, to reiterate why this portion of the bench press, why this phase of the bench press is so important, is you can have the best setup in the world, as I've said before, but if you don't have a good unrack process, if you're out of position, your shoulders pull out of position, you don't get the bar where it needs to be, it doesn't matter what you did during your setup because it's all going to be for naught. It can completely crush the whole series of events that turns into a big bench. So you got to make sure your unrack's dialed in. One of the key areas in which I see lifters making a mistake is not getting the bar out as far as it could potentially come out. And I want to show you what I mean by that right here, right now. So the mistake I see most often with the unrack is hanging the bar up too high. So typically what I'll see is lifters will get a handoff. The handoff person lifts the bar up and then doesn't guide the athlete out. So they lift the bar out of the rack and then the athlete's kind of hung dry right here, okay, in which they would have to drag that bar the rest of the way. The handoff person does not guide them out. That's a big mistake. That's something that you're going to want to make sure you smooth over with whoever's handing you off the bar. You don't want that bar to be sitting over your shoulders. You want that bar to be sitting over your scaps, which is a lower point than your actual shoulder. So if we're loading the bar over our shoulder, we're not getting that bar out far enough to where it's underneath our scapula. Most lifters, again, gonna bring the bar to this point, but no further. And oftentimes, because they don't adjust their scapula on the takeout, on the unrack, there is no emphasis on dragging the scaps down with the bar. If someone was to position them out further, it's gonna feel like that bar is gonna dump forward. They're not going to feel strong under that bar. That's typically my experience. All right, so even if you show the lifter a better, more efficient spot to take the bar in which they can descend down to their touch point more efficiently, they aren't adjusting what's going on with their scaps, getting the scaps to press under their body well, using their leg drive to assist with that. So they're going to feel like they're dumping the bar forward. It's not going to feel good to them. They're going to end up out here anyways. I also see lifters, when the weight is heavy, they don't take it out as far. That requires just some practice with heavy weights. So again, what you want to do throughout the setup process, you're going to have a strong arch and leg drive. You can see how just doing that, as opposed to lying here, just having good leg engagement is able to pull my scaps under my body more. You see how my chest lifts? That is bringing my shoulder blades under my body more. Okay, when I unrack this bar, I also want to emphasize trying to take my scaps down towards my hips. That's my cue for it. When I bring lifters out, usually they'll hang the bar here. I'll say, okay, now try to drag your shoulders down towards your hips. And they'll do this, and they'll tighten up. You can see just that extra rotation bend to the bar. You can see how my shoulders just tighten up underneath me. My chest is lifted, and now I feel comfortable going from here to here. It's slight difference, but now I have a quicker straight drop to that touch point. What ends up happening if you hang the bar high is you're going to come down on a pretty drastic angle, more of an angle, and you're going to have more opportunity to kind of dump touch and then end up pressing away from yourself before you actually get that groove back. All right, so that is what we're trying to avoid by getting that bar out into a more efficient position for a more of a straight line drop to our touch point and fire back. Making this simple adjustment in how far you take the bar out of the rack, and more importantly just that positioning of your scapula underneath you, that's going to make all the difference in being able to load up more weight more comfortably and make there less room for error. If you're traveling down on a big angle, a lot more room again to end up in a dump touch, to push the bar away from you. You're not staying tight and compact underneath the bar in order to throw it back. So that small little switch there, what I just showed you, can make all the difference in your bench press, and something you definitely want to practice with heavy weight and holding weight longer after the unrack to get used to that sensation. Coach Ben here. And you know where to find me. You can meet me. Thanks for watching the video. If you want to learn more about how to increase your bench press, consider joining us in our Better Benching Academy. To learn more, simply click the link down below in the description box or visit bigbenchas.com/BB Academy. I'll see you there.